Cheers, Adrian. Two teams out on the field, the flags flying around. Manchester City looking to close in on a 15th successive Champions League campaign next term. The Opta Stats machine says a 99% chance to do that. The 3 points here really would consolidate their place in the top 5, would take them 4 points clear of 6th place Nottingham Forest. But Wolves standing in their way, have won 6 in a spin. No Premier League side has won 7 games in a row this year. Will Wolves become the first to do it? Pep Guardiola makes 4 changes from the side that beat Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup semi-final at the weekend. Ederson, Gundogan, De Bruyne and Doku all come in as Ortega, Lewis, Savinho and Grealish drop to the bench, where they're joined by Erling Haaland, who's missed the last 6 Manchester City games. Ederson is the goalkeeper. Mateus Nunes, Diaz, Guardiola and O'Reilly at the back. It's Gundogan. Bernardo Silva makes his 400th Manchester City appearance in midfield with Kovacic, Doku, De Bruyne and Omar Mamouche leading the City line. For Wolves, 112 goals in their Premier League games so far. Only Spurs have had more in their 34 matches so far. 1 change for Vitor Pereira, and it's a big one. No Jurgen Strand Larsen, who's been in flying form, he's out with a groin strain. Balaguer does come in. Starting goal, Doherty, Abadu, Totti Gomez the back 3, Semedo, João Gomez, Andre and Aït-Nouri across the middle, with Benesti, Balaguer and Mateus Cunha up top. Wolves were in deep trouble when Vitor Pereira took over. They're far from it now. They are flying, and Stuart Pearce, they are a very, very dangerous opponent for Manchester City tonight.
They certainly are. I mean, being quoted as they were at 7-1 pre-game, I'll tell you what, I think that is very, very generous, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if Wolverhampton come here and get a result tonight. It really wouldn't.
It is a fixture that generally brings goals, normally most of them in the Wolverhampton Wanderers net, if we're brutally honest. Erling Haaland has hit a couple of hat-tricks in recent years here at the Etihad. And I think a lot of Manchester City fans' eyes will be on Mateus Cunha, the man who's top scorer at Wolverhampton Wanderers and is on the hit list of many of the Premier League big guns. Interesting how he goes tonight. A bit of an audition maybe for him, Stuart.
Yeah, well, listen, all of these teams need to hang on to their better players, no doubt about that. It's, as I say, it kills the fans and the momentum of the fans when you see one of your better players leave the club. And I just want to touch, Mark, before the game kicks off. Kevin De Bruyne wheeled a young lady out in a wheelchair, and there was about 20 youngsters out there, and sometimes you lose track of the power of football and the influence of people, and the smile on her face. It was just watching her as Kevin sort of wheeled around and had a photo with the whole squad. Incredible. And that's the power of football.
It is. A few seconds of time with a Premier League start, enough to bring a smile on everybody's face. So here at TalkSport, we'll be putting a smile on your face if you enjoy your live sport this weekend. We have got lots of it. Final day of the EFL season. TalkSport and TalkSport 2, your home of the EFL. We'll be live tomorrow in the Championship. 12:30 is Coventry win and they're in the playoffs. The Middlesbrough, they need a win and a few favours from elsewhere. The Premier League underway to start your sporting weekend here at the Etihad. It's Manchester City against Wolves. City in their blue strip with the white shorts. The all gold of Wolverhampton Wanderers. And Guardiola will have the ball here, and quickly Wolves are pressing, and they're pressing high up the field here. They're making the goal all the way back to Ederson. Well, you mentioned the high-intensity warm-up, Stuart. They started high-intensity Wolves as well.
Yeah, they certainly did. They've almost dropped into a back 5 from the start, but in front of that is a 5 that's very, very narrow, and they're saying you're not going through the middle of us and showing an intensity to press any sniff of the ball they can.
And here City have it. They bring it wide on this near side. Mateus Nunes has it, the match winner here last week against Aston Villa. What a vital win that may well be into the final 4 rounds of the Premier League season. And all the goals as they go in tomorrow with Adrian from 2:30, and all the action from League 1 and League 2 as well. A bumper weekend of football and Rugby League as well on Saturday and Sunday on TalkSport 2. Here is Ederson, who just wanders midway inside his own half, flicks the ball around the corner, and here comes City now, feeding it out wide on the left, but the pass to Doku, well, I thought it was overhit. He's done well to keep it in. feeds it back to the edge of the penalty area here, and a chance now maybe to put the cross in, back to Doku, wide on the left-hand side. He turns it back. They're 25 yards out from goal. They'll bring it to the near side now. There's going to be a shot from distance. It was well hit as well from Ruben Diaz. Got hold of that from nearly 30 yards out. But Jose Sá was confident it was going well wide of the target. Still 0-0.
Yeah, for a moment there, Sá was sort of scurrying across his goal mouth. He was pleased to see that great strike, probably about a foot wide of the post, and City started reasonably well, playing through the thirds on that occasion.
There is Jose Sá, his bright pink goalkeeping strip, launches it downfield. Aït-Nouri wins the header, but was almost stood alongside Pep Guardiola when he headed it back into the field, and City will get a throw in just inside their own half. You look at the fixtures that are ahead for the teams in the battle for the Champions League spots as the ball is given away, and it's picked up here by Matheus Cunha, who's driving forward to the edge of the area onto his right foot. There's a slip in front of him, and he opened up for the shot, and he rather sliced across the ball, and in the end it goes well wide, but one misplaced pass there and Wolves were in on goal.
Yeah, they certainly were. They're lined up nicely, Wolverhampton, for the turnover. They got players in and around each other, so the connection's very good. If they do turn it over from City, and they're pressing the ball once again here.
Yeah, De Bruyne under pressure, and in the end they're just going to have to knock it long, City, and they're going to try and chase it down here with Mamouche. He's beaten to the ball, but City will pick up the pieces with Ruben Diaz on halfway, and he will just turn, just edge back into his own half now and work his way across from right to left. He's in the centre circle now, the ball collected by Kovacic, and now City looking to play down the left with Doku. Doku looks up, tries to slide the ball to the edge of the area. They try and pull it back, and in the end they appeal for a corner. They get nothing. It was Gundogan who couldn't quite wrap his boots around it, but that was nice little bit of interplay there from City down that left hand side.
Yeah, Wolverhampton have done very well in their shape, but I've got to say City have breached that shape on 2 or 3 occasions, either with Mamouche coming to link it, or alternatively Gundogan in that inside left track.
Well, in the Wolves half, they're playing on their own 6-yard box. They knock it long over on the far side, but it's headed forward by O'Reilly, and City will pick up on the centre circle. All cannons off the shins of Bellegarde. The one Wolves change here tonight. Reminder that if Manchester City do get a point, they'll go third. If they win, they'll, more importantly for them, move 4 points clear of Nottingham Forest. There's a foul there on John Rickner Bellegarde, and City concede a cheap free kick. It's such an advantage tonight for Manchester City, sure. If they can get the win, it piles the pressure on everybody else. But we'll just come to that in a moment, because the Wolves are trying to break down their left-hand side. Here is Bellegarde. He's running out of room. He's having a real arm wrestle there. In fact, he's putting a headlock momentarily, and the referee eventually says it's a goal kick. But just going back to the point, City can win tonight. Such a big advantage for them. Piles of pressure on everyone else.
Yeah, it is. As I say, City have probably found form at the right stage of the season. Forest getting beat yesterday. If they can sort of capitalise on that as well, that will be a bonus for them. But both teams have got into this game with an air of confidence about them, I think, you know?
Yeah, there's a willingness to get forward, although the ball is out of play over on the far side. We've currently got 2 balls on the field at the minute, so we're just going to have a slight delay. Mention the fixtures coming up: Southampton away in the league, Bournemouth at home, and Fulham away for Manchester City. Just seeing Fulham at the right time after a bit of a torrid start to their campaign. 0-0 here. That was for the former England star Stuart Pearce at the Etihad. The Wolves have it back inside their own half. Aguero gets the ball away to Totti on this near side, and Wolves happy and content to pass the ball around. It's a lovely mild evening here. Conditions near perfect. What should be a wonderful game as De Bruyne was fooled. Now the ball over the top. One long ball over the top. They're onside here. Can they control it? It falls to Matheus Cunha, edge of the area. Gets it back in the D. Tries to go past one. Gets the ball to Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri gets it on his left foot. Rolls it back here to Bellegarde. He finds Matheus Cunha. Pops the pass off again. Lovely little 1-2. Bellegarde tries to drive it across. Neat football, and it's in the end defended behind by Bernardo Silva for a corner.
Yeah, Wolves building up slowly at the back, almost over casual at times, and they just dropped the shoulder, went past De Bruyne, and then delivered a ball behind City's back line that caused real panic. And when they got in the final third, there's almost an arrogance about their passing.
They were a little bit unfortunate. If they could have got that ball under control, they were in behind, weren't they? Real problem that for Manchester City. And look at this, they're really cramming Ederson into the 6-yard box here. There's about 14 players in that 6-yard box. Ball to be delivered, right-footed in, swinging towards the far post, and there was nobody there in a gold shirt, and it goes all the way out for a goal kick, still 0-0.
Yeah, I think Cunha took the corner and put his arm up almost to apologise to his teammates, but I thought it was an outstanding ball in, I really did. It landed sort of just beyond the far post in the 6-yard box. For me, you expect a player to be in and around that area, maybe a little too high.
Oh, giving it away again here, trying to play out from the back. Manchester City Wolves have it, and they play the ball in here. Chance at the near post, they can't quite pull it back. It was João Gomez, couldn't find a teammate, and then the foul comes in. And Manchester City very, very relieved. That was a big opportunity there for Wolves.
Yeah, they've certainly shown an appetite, Wolverhampton, to play with real confidence, and the shape of the team, it was a loose pass from O'Reilly. All of a sudden Wolves smothered it.
Yeah, it was Menezes who got it, and he found João Gomez, but he couldn't find a teammate. All around, there's fans still arriving here. There was a fans protest, and fans planning on missing the opening 6 minutes before they made their way in. I heard Adrian talking earlier about Pep Guardiola and his role in trying to link with the fans. He did ask that they got in and supported the team from the very first whistle, but some of those fans have voted with their feet and arriving late here. Ground is filling up around us. It's 0-0 live on TalkSport. It's been a bright old start here, and Wolves have shown that they mean business coming here, looking for that record 7th Premier League win in a row. Here the ball works its way out to Matheus Nunes. He gets it back to Kevin De Bruyne, who's deep inside his own half. Now the ball played across field to Doku. He'll bring it down midway inside the Wolves half, left hand side. No one yet in the penalty area as he looks to feed the ball in. It'll work out wide. Cross comes in towards the near post. It's headed away. O'Reilly was arriving but couldn't get on the end of it. And now Wolves will look to get the ball away down there, right hand side, as the blue shirts come flooding back. But it's a good run from Semedo, and he'll earn a free kick. That was a really good run from the wing back over on the far side.
Yeah, it was outstanding, Semedo there. Brought the ball out of the air in the box where you thought it was really tight, and basically dribbled it to the halfway line before he was fouled.
They're very easy on the eye, aren't they, Wolverhampton Wanderers?
I've not covered them this year, I've got to say, live, and I've been so impressed with them.
They've clearly got a style of play about them, and as used to, almost a swagger about their play here. They've got a free kick just short of the halfway line, and they'll play it back. I just wonder how nervous City are about that ball over the top as Cunha turns away. They'll play it straight through here, but he's just slightly overhit it. Ederson came racing out of his area and beats Menezes to it, but it's quite clear here that Wolverhampton Wanderers feel that they can get in behind this City defence and turn them. But going the other way now is an opportunity here. Omar Mamouche wide on the right hand side. He's waiting for support to arrive from Nunes. He heads infield. He's brought down by Matheus Cunha, and that'll be a free kick, and a cheap one as well. But just for a second there, going the other way, Wolves thought they were in.
Yeah, they certainly was, and it all come from Cunha. The ball's played into him, and he's aware of what's around him, and his first touch to control the ball just bounces it round the corner and beats his opponent. You can tell when you watch him live, he is a quality act.
Yes. Now speaking of quality acts, Kevin De Bruyne has stood over a free kick on this near side, as is Bernardo Silva. It's on the right hand side, about 10 yards in from the touchline. It's about 30 yards out from goal. Will it be De Bruyne on the right to swing it in, or will it be Bernardo Silva? Everybody back for Wolves. Looking now to work it in. Silva it is, towards the near post. It's partially cleared away and it's headed towards goal. It's collected comfortably by Sarr. Not a great deal of threat there, really. They wanted a bit of a better quality ball in to the penalty areas. The ball played long over the top, trying to get in down that far right hand side. They do maintain possession. Here's João Gomez on the turn, but he was just took back as he looked to play, and it's another free kick on on the halfway line. 11 gone, live on TalkSport, start of another huge weekend of sporting action across the TalkSport network. You've got the TalkSport app, you're going to need it this weekend, I can guarantee you that. But live sport everywhere you look. And all the action from the EFL. You'll find out who will make it and whose dreams will be broken tomorrow. There's another foul, and this time Manchester City are not happy with the call of the referee. João Gomez it was who went to the ground, and he's clutching his ankle. Kovacic was biting away at the ankles there, and it's a free kick. Any complaints with that one, Stuart Pearce?
Well, looking at the reaction of Gomez, he certainly caught him. Yeah, he's just stamped down on his studs on top of Gomez's feet. Can be quite harsh when you feel the weight of these boots this day and age. No protection whatsoever.
You are listening to Game Night on TalkSport with Sky Sports. Don't forget you can stream the biggest Premier League games available with no contract on now, like Manchester City versus Wolves live tonight at Now Sports. For more details. Free kick Wolves. They look to press, have looked the most likely. Working it out wide to Ignoro. There would have been if it had been stood on a very tall step ladder as the ball sails over his head and out for a throw in. Still 0-0 here. City again playing out from deep inside their own half. And you get the feeling Manchester City are perfectly happy in that position, but Wolves are perfectly happy to let them have it. They want to try and break them down, but City do well. Nice little floated ball over the top. Here on the half turn now, the ball works its way. Bernardo Silva out to Doku on that far side. And now gets to work it back infield. Guardiola has it. He looks to spread play out to the near side. I think the one noticeable thing is, and I guess when you're playing without a true number 9, Stuart, there's a couple of times where Doku's looked to get his head up and put a cross in. There's not been anyone to hit it to.
No, you're right.
And here is a chance though for a cross from the right, and it's a good ball in, but off his line quickly was Jose Sá. Just for a moment, Mateus Nunes was in down the right hand side. He put it into a good area, but you do wonder with that lack of a true attacking threat in the penalty box if that's going to hurt City tonight.
Yeah, as I say, if you've not got numbers in there, I've got to say Sá's starting position was near enough on the penalty spot, reading that cross coming in, done extremely well. And just looking at Wolves, when they do press, they got 5 players, very narrow, very high. And Manchester City have done very well playing through that press, but if they lose it doing that, Wolves have got big numbers ready to counter.
Yeah, they have. It's waiting and watching, but here now on the break go Manchester City. That's more like it, a more direct run through the midfield. Here now is Doku. He looks up. There's the likes of Gundogan, De Bruyne, and Omar Mamouche all waiting in and around the edge of the penalty area. They'll lay it back to Guardiola. He gets the ball out on the near side. City having a little spell of attack here. What can they do with it? As Ruben Dias gets the ball away here and now gets it back. Wolves have just dropped back in their shape, determined to hold on and look to counter if they win it back. Well, they've won it back. Good little bit of skill there from Bellegarde, but he has done really well to maintain it. Oh, beautiful skill. Champagne stuff, the Olays ringing around there. Stuart Pearce, that was quality.
Well, it certainly was. Showed a real arrogance on the ball. We mentioned that word arrogance in a good way. If you're going to do a trick, do it to get out of a tight situation. That's exactly what they done there. And I was just looking at Pereira's body language when all of these players dropped very deep to defend City's attack. He's shouting to Cunha, squeeze up the pitch. He's aware of on the turnover, he needs an outlet.
Yeah, well, they've shown once or twice already. If they can get that ball over the top, they are a threat. Now they're looking to play it again. This time they play it down the left channel here. Mateus Cunha's got the pace to get to it, but rather made a mess of his touch, and Ruben Dias relieved as the ball is rolled back towards Edison, who has it in the 6-yard box. He'll play it out. Still 0-0 here, and the ball now played forward to Gundogan, and he has it on the edge of his own box. He'll spread it out. Nice pass. Gets Mateus Nunes away. He now advances over the halfway line. He's got bodies either side of him. Had the option there to play it early. No, in the end he didn't need. He got caught in two minds. Mamouche was screaming for the ball, and then when he went to pass it to him, Mamouche had gone the other way, and it's out for a throw in. 0-0, and a little bit of frustration building, and this is what the table is going to do, isn't it? It's going to put pressure on Manchester City because they need wins.
Well, where the top end of the table, the title's been won, relegation was done and dusted a long time ago, even before the maths was counted. It's condensed that Champions League area, hasn't it? That's made it so exciting.
It certainly has. So much at stake. 5 clubs in effect battling it out for 2 spots. Or 3 spots now, we get an extra one. 2 are going to miss out, but who will that 2 be? We will find out over the next few weeks across the TalkSport network. City again work it wide left. Doku heads off, looking to get down to the byline, puts the pass in, it's clipped away from Gundogan, and it's cleared as far as Guardiola, who gets it away now. Here's Bernardo Silva. Wolves again are just trying to force Manchester City away from goal. They have it on the edge of the centre circle. Doku wants it on that left-hand side. He doesn't get it just yet. Now they're looking to play him in behind, but that's overhit, and it's going to roll out for a goal kick. We've had 17 minutes. It's Manchester City 0, Wolves 0, and maybe an argument, Stuart Pearce, that Wolves have been the better team so far.
Yeah, that would be fair to say. They'd probably been in City's box in more dangerous areas, it's fair to say. But City, once they played through the press, and they've had to work hard to get through it in the mid-band of the pitch, they've managed to get the ball into Doku's feet, but nothing's come of it as yet, apart from a couple of crosses that have been cut out.
Well, they're going to knock it long. No, they're not. They've hoodwinked us all. It looked like the defender was going to clear it downfield there. Totti Gomez, in the end, he played it short on this near side, and Totti Gomez is running away. He's feet in. He had a chance there to get the centre forward away. There was a chance momentarily for Marshall Manetzi. He gets it back. They are going to whip the cross in towards the far post. It's headed away by City, picked up by Wolves, but that was rather too easy there for Wolves. Just played their way down the left-hand side, and that's where they're coming again here on this near side. Totti Gomez has it. He'll just roll it back. Here now, Andre has it. Onto the halfway line, but Wolves have come to play here once or twice. They've got in behind City. They just haven't quite found the right ball. If they can get that right, they're a chance here for sure. Here's Aït-Nouri now, heads off infield. He's gone down. Referee's having none of it as De Bruyne almost got away from 1, couldn't get away from 2. And João Gomez has it. He looks to whip the ball in down that far side. Manetzi's challenging for it. Aït-Nouri gets forward to add an extra body, and Wolves have won it in the final third. Now they're looking for the crossfield switch. Can they keep it in? Semedo's touch is beautiful. Right hand side of the penalty area. Works it onto his left foot, puts the cross in. Aït-Nouri followed up. It'll fall here for the shot, and it's hammered over. They wanted a corner. Andre's shot balloons high over the bar, but another good spell of Wolves pressure. 19 gone, still 0-0.
I'll tell you what, it's been a long time, and I can't remember when, that I've seen the Wolverhampton side play with this swagger about their play. Very exciting team to watch. They almost overplay in areas to get out of a bit of trouble on occasion.
Well, they have had chances, but as yet haven't really threatened Ederson in goal, and now City will come forward going the other way. Matheus Nunes has it inside the final third. This time he does find Mamouche towards the edge of the area, finds De Bruyne, pulls it back 6 yards out, ball full edge of the penalty area. Here's Doku now, tries to go past 1, does go past 1, but can't go past the second, and Wolves should clear the danger, although Semedo's turned straight back into the trouble there in his own penalty area and has conceded a corner.
Yeah, there's that arrogance that we're talking about, playing in bad areas though, and Semedo on that occasion got caught trying to play in a really bad area. Doku turned it over, but fortunately for Wolves they managed to knock it out. Had to be for a corner though.
Yeah, everybody back for Wolves. Corner. Well, the referee Peter Banks wants a word here inside the 6-yard box. He's wandering in there to investigate. He's saying no pushing. I think it was actually a City player in the goal. He's having a word. I think it was Bernardo Silva who ended up in the goal mouth. And now he's happy that play can go on. City have got the area surrounded here. What's the delivery going to be like from that far side? It's going to be a right-footed in-swinging corner in front of the Wolves fans down that end. It's swinging towards the near post. Keeper comes and gets a punch on it, and now chasing it forward goes Bellegarde, but he's beaten to it. Now there's a chance for City down the left. Early ball whipped in, headed away. It'll fall into the area, hit on the volley, and it's just over the top from Omar Mamouche, who gambled but couldn't find the strike, but it was worth the effort. Still Manchester City 0, Wolves 0.
I tell you what, we've got an absolutely outstanding, intriguing game on our hands here. Both teams playing with supreme confidence. Just failed at the moment to break the deadlock, both teams, but you can't help thinking that it's only a matter of time before goals come in this game.
Yeah, I mentioned it has been a bit of a feast of goals in the past as fixtures have all headed away. Matheus Cunha picks it up. He's been tackled by Mamouche, but he wins it, and now he can slide it through, and they're clean through on goal here. Wolverhampton Wanderers with a chance to go in front. They square it, and they miss the chance on the break. They pass it across goal. It was Bellegarde who could have taken the shot. He tried to square it from the net, and it was inches away. It was an open goal, and Wolves have just blown a real chance here.
Yeah, that chance being created by Cunha. He went through 2 or 3 challenges, done brilliantly, and he's passed in behind a very high line for City, ludicrously high in fact. Nearly broke the deadlock, probably too unselfish in many ways. He saw his teammate there, just got too much on the pass.
A yard further back, and it was 1-0. I just wonder there, psychologically, I actually thought there's no way he's going to pass this. He's going to have a shot, and he's just switched off for a second.
I think it was the right option personally, you know. The goalkeeper is a big barrier at an angle, would have been a tough finish.
Ball forward is collected by Jose Sarr. Pep Guardiola had his head in his hands when that ball was played through. You mentioned it, Stuart. Such a high line. He basically had 40 yards of grass just to roll the ball into, didn't he there?
Yeah, he did. As I say, that turnover in midfield, and Cunha, I've got to say, I thought he lost it on a couple of occasions.
There's the ball out wide. This time they have gone too early, Wolves, over on that far side. But what an opportunity. Bellegarde in on goal. Very, very unselfish, but it is a great chance, and you wonder how many more they will get. The City continuing to hold that high line. This time they got their numbers right, and City have it. Just over halfway through the first half, Mark Wilson will be former City in England star Stuart Pearce here tonight, and Wolves on top on game night on TalkSport. All the drama of the EFL to come tomorrow. Early start for the Championship. Coventry Middlesbrough, huge game. Coventry win, they're in the playoffs. You'll hear it live and only live on TalkSport tomorrow. Now the ball over halfway, now a foul given away by Wolves, and City will get a free kick.
Yeah, Doku's 0 to 60 there was quite exemplary. 2.1 seconds I timed it at. Incredible. He just stopped Semedo and then just went so quick.
Oh, he did.
Just makes you pleased you retired from the fullback trade, doesn't it?
Yeah. You'd have given him a reducer early on, wouldn't you, Stuart, just to let him know?
I'd have been stretchered off by now, there's no doubt.
Probably followed by you with a red card, maybe. Yes. Here now goes City again. Well, Wolves are more than a match at the moment. 0-0 if you've just joined us, but Wolves have just missed a glorious opportunity. Bellegarde, the one Wolves change in, played through by Matheus Cunha, and opted to square it when everyone in the ground would have forgiven him for shooting, but he did try and square it, but he was just in front of his teammate, and the chance went begging. But Wolves have turned the ball over again, this time inside their own half. Now can they play out from here? The ball floated towards Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri cuts in field, and well, they wanted a free kick. Referee's having none of it. Matheus Nunes stood his ground. Now the ball breaks to Omar Mamouche. He's dispossessed, and Wolves have it back. I'll tell you what, we're going to kick the ball out of play here, Ryan Aït-Nouri. Maybe it was just a caught the City player there. It is currently Manchester City 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0 for the Ladys Dogs. Head to Ladbrokes, where right now you can get Manchester City to win at 4-9, Wolves at 6-1, the draw at 3-1. That's all thanks to Ladbrokes. 18+, begambleaware.org. They're prepared to do the tackling, aren't they, Wolves, inside their own half?
Yeah, they certainly are. And I'll tell you what they do very well as well. They build it up with this back three, but all three of them are happy to go and take a player on the press, which is a game changer. You're gambling with the ball a little bit, but it causes a big problem if you get past that press.
And now they've caused a big problem again, because Aït-Nouri is scampering away down the left after good work from the back. This time he finds Matheus Cunha into the area. Ball will fall for Aït-Nouri, hits the post, back to Aït-Nouri, cleared up the line. Chance for Semedo. Ball cannons off the defender. Another chance. Aït-Nouri shot hits the post, and then it's cleared off the line. Still 0-0.
Well, I think with that statement, there's going to be goals in this. If this turns out to be a 0-0 after that, it'll be incredible. Wolverhampton absolutely magnificent on the counter-attack. The way they changed tempo from sort of stood still to flat-out sprinting very quickly is very, very difficult to deal with.
Corner for Wolves. Inches, millimetres away. First they hit the post, then Gvardiol clears off the line. Now the corner comes in towards the 6-yard box, and once again it goes all the way through, and he's out at the far post, and it is a goal kick. 0-0, 27 minutes gone. Pep Guardiola, well, you're right, he's not seen this Wolverhampton Wanderers here before. 8 of the last 9 they've lost here, but they have come to play tonight.
Yeah, this is a totally different Wolverhampton side. As I say, I've not seen them live this season, and I've been so impressed with this team. And when we heard at the offset they were 7-1, I'm telling you what, if we rung up now and asked the question, it wouldn't be 7-1.
It's come down, I dare say it's come down a little bit since we gave you the odds with Ladbrokes. It is 0-0 here, but you wonder, are Wolves going to be made to pay for missing those chances? They had the open goal they failed to convert, and Aït-Nouri's just had a shot off the post and off the line as well. Here now is Matheus Nunes, tries to get Omar Mamouche down the right, he skips towards the byline, pulls it back to the edge of the area, but there is a gold shirt, Andre, to tidy up and clear it away, and Aït-Nouri will have it. He'll play it back, and they'll just opt to knock it long and away from goal, but well dealt with by Ruben Diaz, and City will get it back on halfway. But Manchester City here not dominating as many would have expected. Matheus Cunha just speaking to his manager there as he regains his shape defensively. City have it over on the far side, and now they look to try and break down this Wolverhampton Wanderers defence. I mentioned 112 goals in Wolves games this season. We're going to get another one here. Doku wide on the left, puts it onto his right foot, now goes back onto his left, looks to stand up the cross, it's blocked at source by Doherty, and it's out for a corner kick.
Yeah, as I say, this game is rarely being played in the middle of the pitch. Certainly it's going from end to end, some real high quality build-up play. We just need the finish to match.
Yeah, well, Sarr has been the less threatened so far, but he's got a corner to deal with. It's played short here. They're going to float it into the near post. It goes off Aït-Nouri's head into the air. It should be headed away, but it isn't, and now there's a chance on the right to put the cross into the penalty area. It's floated, it's a good ball in, headed away towards Gvardiol, edge of the penalty area. Matheus Cunha brings it down. He'll look to try and play out over on that far side, and Wolves just happy to knock the ball long all the way into the City half and let City have it back as they regroup. It is end to end at the moment, approaching half an hour gone on TalkSport, but it is still 0-0.
Not sure how it's 0-0, but from a standard of quality in the Premier League, this is a very, very high quality game.
Certainly is. Here on the near side, Bernardo Silva gets it away. Gvardiol has not moved, he's just looking out onto the field here. The side looking to attack. They work the ball back. Here is Gvardiol now. He gets it away. Kovacic forced away from goal, and the gold shirts again are trying to push out. Doku on that left-hand side. Cuts in, tries to slide the ball through to De Bruyne, and goalkeeper quickly out. And Jose Sarr as well, bravely dives, and now they're looking to launch a counter, and Cunha's after this. Can he keep it in? Ball might skip away from him, it will do, and it's out. But every time they get it at the back, they're looking to test City out with a long ball over the top.
Yeah, they are, either on the build-up or alternatively as Pereira was doing, and he has done in this first half, he keeps shouting to Cunha, make sure you stay high enough that we can hit you with one pass on the turnover.
Here now going the other way is Doku, and a chance now for City. Looking to slide the ball into the air, it's cut out of the near post. And now they're looking to go long. And Cunha is one-on-one with Ruben Diaz, and Ruben Diaz beats him to it and gets it back to Edison, who will have a touch and play it quickly out on this near side. Barely chance to pause for breath here. It's like a basketball game. Both teams looking to get forward as soon as they can. Doku again, who's seen it all out there on that left-hand side. He heads off in field, looking now to square it. A chance for City in their blue shirts to come forward. Kevin De Bruyne rolls it out wide here for Nunez. He lays it back. De Bruyne has it. Penultimate appearance here as a Manchester City player. Ball works its way now into the path of Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne's cross is deep, too deep. Doku's going to keep it in though, and he's onside. He'll look now to fire one back into the mix. Headed away. Good header as well by Wolves. De Bruyne will pick it up 30 yards out from goal, and City now starting to lay siege on the Wolverhampton Wanderers penalty area. Lovely in the passage of play. Omar Mahmoud just couldn't quite find the pass that would have put City in one-on-one. The roar goes round the Etihad here. This is City's best spell of the game, but it's still 0-0. Here now is Silva. Flicks it away to Kovacic. He works it wide to Doku again. Again he heads off towards that Wolverhampton penalty area. Looks to roll it in. Nice ball in, and the shot from Cross is slammed across goal. It got a touch on its way through, and it's behind for a Manchester City corner.
Yeah, great effort there. Just rising, maybe slightly too high, but just took a touch to over the bar. And Pereira and his assistant have both been out shouting at Cunha, get up the pitch, get up the pitch. They've obviously fancy their chances on the counter.
Here's a short corner again, squared towards the edge of the area. Shot comes in from Kovacic, it's blocked, balloons up in the air. That was a bit of a naughty one there from João Gomez, who eased himself into the City player who's up in the air, and the referee blows up for a free kick. And now City will get it back underway again. They're just starting to find their passes now, Manchester City, as they swing it across field again. Doku again, outlet on that far side. Guardiola has it. Still 0-0 if you just joined us. Wolves had a couple of glorious chances. Here's Kevin De Bruyne now. Goes to the byline. Can he stand up the cross? He drills it towards the far post. Doku wins it on the volley. Miskicked it, keeps possession. Now he's looking to find a cross-come shot. Floats one in, headed away. Again at the near post, and Wolves try and break. But there's a wall of blue, and City will keep possession. De Bruyne's touch is a good one, but he's tackled, and it's a fair tackle. And now the break could be on here as Manetzi goes forward over the halfway line and then just stops to put the brakes on. But that's the game plan for Wolves. Be patient. When you get it, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. I like the way that they change tempo. You know, if it's on to go in one, they'll go in one if they see the pass. If they think they've got to slow it down, Mark, they will.
Yeah, they're trying to find Eknori, who's switched it out on this left-hand side, but good defending. And it's out for a throw midway inside the City half. It is still 0-0. Eknori, if you just joined us, had a shot that cannoned back off the post, and his follow-up was cleared off the line by Gvardiol. And they also missed an open goal. Well, Bellegarde's pass just avoided Manetzi with a goal gaping. City this time turn it over. And now here's a chance to go forward with Gundogan. He gets it out wide. Doku edge of the area. Is this a shooting opportunity? Goes past his man. Pulls it back to De Bruyne. City lead. Kevin De Bruyne. Side foot home from the edge of the penalty area. After great work from Doku. Might be his last ever goal here at the Etihad. It could be a massive one. Manchester City's Champions League hopes. Someone against the run of play. Manchester City won't lose now.
Yeah, it was Andre just lost the ball in the central midfield area, and from that moment on, I've got to say, wonderful build-up, and when it was pulled back by Doku, who just dragged it down the touchline and pulled one back, De Bruyne come onto it, and he's the last person Wolverhampton wanted to see with a clear sight of goal. But both teams have done extremely well, and it was just that turnover of possession that unhinged Wolverhampton. From that moment on, Doku one-on-one with Doherty, went past him comfortably, and he pulled it back brilliantly. And City have broken the deadlock.
They have. Doku didn't panic, had a look up, And De Bruyne side-footed it past Sarr, who maybe saw it late. And it is City who lead by a goal to nil, and Pep Guardiola just turns away with a look of relief on his face.
You've got to say, Doku does take criticism for not finding the final pass, but he done extremely well there. Wrong-footed 2 players and then pulled back to the penalty spot.
Well, that makes for interesting viewing now. Wolves, we did ask, would they regret those missed opportunities? They should and could have been in front. But you don't take your chances, you get punished at this level. Although they are trying to break on the far side. Guardiola intercepts, and it's out 4. They'll throw it over on the far side. It will be interesting what Wolves. I don't think they're going to panic, Stuart. I think they're quite happy to play their game and see where it takes them. But that will be a blow to their hopes tonight.
Yeah, as I say, you can see with the arrogance the way they play, they're a good footballing side that mix it up just nicely. Either balls behind, which we're just seeing one now, or alternatively we'll play through the thirds if we have to. But there's more goals in this game tonight.
Guardiola's touch is a poor one, but he's got the pace to get himself out of trouble ahead of Manaxi. Edison just rolls it out on the near side, and now on the half turn is De Bruyne, who plays it in for Mamouche, but Jose Sarr, sweeper keeper, is out quickly, and Totti does well under pressure, but he's giving it away, and eventually City will concede a throw-in, but sweeper keeper there did well. He stopped City getting in on goal.
Well, the keeper done brilliantly coming out, but Gomez as well, he's taken 2 or 3 players on in an area that you think, please don't lose it there, but they've got the confidence and the encouragement from the manager to do so.
Yeah, I think had he lost it initially, the goalkeeper was nowhere near in his goal. Ignori's calling for it. 37 on the clock here, City 1, Wolves 0. As it stands, Manchester City going 3rd. They'll go above Newcastle tonight if they get a point or better. More importantly, from a Manchester City perspective, they'll go 4 points clear of 6th place. Well, we might not get to see Kevin De Bruyne for too much longer in the Premier League, or we'll be hearing different colours next year. Will be revealed over the next couple of months on TalkSport, I'm sure. 1-0 Manchester City lead. Wolves playing out on the edge of their own penalty area, looking to work it forward now. João Gomez went for the first time pass, it's closed down and out for a throw-in. I'll tell you what, he looks ever so nervous, doesn't he? Pep Guardiola at the moment, he's pacing up and down, he can barely watch the game.
Well, I think the Wolverhampton performance has added to that slightly. He sees how good this side actually are.
Wolves have it, trailing by a goal to nil. Now they're playing on the edge of their own area again, inviting De Bruyne to make the challenge. He went to make it, didn't get there. Wolves have it on the left, that's tight, and that will be a free kick. Might want to be a throw-in, Aït-Nouri couldn't keep it in. Another highly talented, highly regarded young footballer, Ryan Aït-Nouri. Here City have it on halfway. Forward goes Bernardo Silva. Well, it might be a night where they need more than one, but they do have one. It's 1-0 to Manchester City, 6 minutes to go to the break. City just sort of calmed down a little bit, Stuart, but they've been a little bit more circumspect now with their passes, not quite putting it at risk as much, but they found space over on the far side. Guardiola's seen a lot of the ball out wide on that left-hand side. Finds Kovacic. He gets it away, looking for the give and go. Gives it away though, and here now the break could be on here. As forward now goes Bellegarde. He's gone down, and that will be a free kick. Kevin De Bruyne doesn't get a yellow card, but it will be a free kick in the centre circle, and it stops a promising attack there for Wolves.
Yeah, I think he's just played the get out of jail I'm Kevin De Bruyne card there, I think, not getting a yellow.
Yeah,
I don't think we needed a yellow. The game doesn't deserve a yellow, I don't think, but it probably was.
Well, it's 1-0 to Manchester City. As Wolves look for a switch again, and Ryan Aït-Nouri has had a couple of balls that have gone clearly 10 yards above his head now in the touch, so we'll get that particular pass right. He's shown already he's an outlet on this left-hand side. Here now is De Bruyne, again has got room to turn. Omar Mamouche made a great run forward, he wanted that, and De Bruyne apologises he saw the run but maybe didn't quite react in time.
That is the concern for Wolverhampton here. City have found that pass sort of through the midfield press, haven't they, on occasion, and it's arriving at the likes of Gundogan or De Bruyne, and they're causing the odd problem.
Yeah, certainly De Bruyne is starting to find a little bit more space now, and that ominous City dominating now. They've got the lead. De Bruyne's finish, a tidy one from round about 12 yards out. Here now is Doku, heads off infield, lays the ball off, finds Bernardo Silva. Wolves are going to have to be patient here. They're being tested now as they try and press out the field. Marshall Manetsu just was inches away from giving Wolves the lead. They ignore his couple of efforts, but all of a sudden now it's City who are starting to stroll through the midfield. Ball out wide now to Mateus Nunes. He cuts in towards the edge of the penalty area. Little stutter step, lays it back to De Bruyne. He'll just shuffle it across the edge of the penalty area, 25 yards out from goal. Almost taunting Wolves, asking them to come and win the ball. Doku will get it, left hand side of the penalty area now. Feeds it in, little flick pass there. O'Reilly almost on the end of it. Now Wolves will look to counter. De Bruyne's back, wrestling, fighting, winning the ball back, and went to throw in. Well, whether you're the youngest man on the field or the oldest man on the field, if you put in effort like that in, that is going to please the fans. Great effort, De Bruyne.
Yeah, it certainly was. If he didn't make that challenge, all of a sudden it's a counter-attack option again for Wolverhampton.
Here now is Mamouche, gets it out wide on this near side. City lead by a goal to nil. They'd love the comfort blanket of a second goal, but they've conceded possession, and it is out for a throw-in.
I tell you, Mark, the best defender that Manchester City's got is possession. They're so good at it. They keep possession. You know full well if Wolves turn it over, they're going to hurt you with a pass or playing through the thirds. But City deny you the ball for long periods.
Yeah, and even more so since the goal. They've just started to dominate now. Wolves have not really had a look at it, as they're going to go back and try and work the ball forward. A bit of a miscontrol, but the ball eventually back to Sarr. Will knock it out long up towards halfway. Ball headed away by Nunez. Was that a shove in the back of De Bruyne? No, it wasn't. He protests. Ball won back. Kovacic with a strong challenge wins it back to City. They go back inside their own half and all the way back to Edison. You are listening to Game Night on TalkSport with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Enterprise has all the vehicles your business needs with the flexibility to rent for minutes or months. 1-0 City lead here, and going with it, third in the Premier League with only 3 games remaining. But there's a lot that may happen in the second half here at the Etihad as we clock towards the final 90 seconds. Ball in on goal here. It's O'Reilly who's got in behind. Sarr came out to close him out. Ball back to Doku. Blue shirts arriving here. Can Doku deliver? Not this time, he can't. But they need to clear it. Semedo has it right by the corner flag, and he will knock it long. Mateus Cunha not too interested in running after it, but he'll pick up the second piece there. Almost gambled where that ball was going to be knocked down, and wins it back. And Semedo gets it back for Wolves, who have got just over a minute remaining. They turn the ball over, and now forward comes City again, looking for a second goal as they work the ball into the edge of the area. And Wolves back to Sarr on his own goal line. It's got to be quick. Plays the ball away. Up towards halfway. It's getting hair and scare him at the moment. Here comes City again, leading by a goal to nil. Looks like we're going to get one added on minute here as the ball works its way back out wide on the City left. Doku has it. Again just stops to go back. The place almost missed past him. Cunha was after it but couldn't get on the end of it. They're living a charmed life, City. And he's so quick, so dangerous. But they hold him at bay at the moment. An interesting team talk for Pep Guardiola, boosted obviously by that goal, such a welcome goal as well. Second goal will be manna from heaven. Here goes Doku again, step over onto his right foot again, looking for a teammate to pull it back to, finds Kovacic. Kovacic shot blocked. Here now is Cunha, lays it back. They're trying to play him over the top, but the pass was under hit and well dealt with by Ruben Diaz. We go into the added on minute. City coming forward again, looking for a second. Nunez squares it off to Kevin De Bruyne, whose goal at the minute has got City going third in the Premier League. All the way back to halfway. And City, are they content at 1? Or are they going to have one roll of the dice late in this first half. Crossfield switch again. Sees the ball, find Doku. First touch impeccable. Waiting for the gold shirts to come and close him down. Ball works its way, De Bruyne, 30 yards out. Gets it away here to Nunez. Works it out wide on this near side for Silva. Silva heads off towards the byline. Puts the cross in. Will it fall kindly? It falls for De Bruyne, edge of the area. Turns, plays it back. Cross whipped in, headed away. Too flat the cross. Can Wolves break? No, they can't. Here goes Doku again. Late chance here. Rolls it in the path of O'Reilly and the ball nicked away from him. And the referee puts his whistle to his lips to bring to an end what has been a sensational first 45 minutes here at the Etihad. It was all Wolverhampton Wanderers early on. They had a huge chance on the break. Jon Richter Bellegarde played in on goal, and as everyone expected him to shoot, he opted to cross the ball to Marshall Manetzi. He was unmarked about 10 yards out, but the pass just too strong, rolled harmlessly across an empty Manchester City goal. And then just minutes later, Ryan Aït-Nouri pounced on a loose ball, powered a shot that carried off the crossbar. His follow-up was on goal again, but Gvardiol was there to clear it off the line. Up the other end went City, and after good work down the left from Doku, he pulled it back, and there was Kevin De Bruyne to side foot home from close range. It might be his last Manchester City goal. It might be his most important one to date so far at the break here. Manchester City 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Cheers, Adrian. Two teams back out for the second half. No changes yet from either manager. So it's as you were at the end of what was a fantastic first 45 minutes of football. About to get underway, the all gold of Wolves attacking from left to right. Jose Sarr, all in pink, launches the ball forward, and it's headed away. And it's over on the far side of the field. There is a stoppage in play. Let me run you through the two teams then. Sarr in goal for Wolves. Back three of Doherty, Agbadou and Totti Gomez. Semedo, João Gomez, Andre and Aït-Nouri across the middle. Cunha, Bellegarde and Manetzi leading the Wolves attack. For Manchester City, Ederson is back in goal. O'Reilly, Gvardiol, Diaz and Nunez in the back four. Kovacic, Silva, Gundogan in the middle with Mamouche, De Bruyne and Doku in the advance three. Erling Haaland is on the bench for Manchester City after 6 games out, and City will bring it forward. Ball back in play, and City looking to add to their 1-goal lead here, but the ball given away. O'Reilly couldn't keep hold of it. It's all the way back to Sarr, who will look to side foot, but all clear of danger. What do you expect in second half, Stuart Pearce?
Well, from City, more of the same. And you just saw first hand there.
There's a chance here because City are working it towards the edge of the box. Ball not quite cleared. Omar Mamouche back to goal, lays it off on the edge of the 18-yard box. City have it with Nunez on that far side. He's dispossessed, ball out for a throw. Wolves thought they got the throw, they don't have it, and City will get it back.
Yeah, just looking at City when they attack, you know, Gvardiol advanced with the ball. He's got in front of him O'Reilly. He's got out to the side of him Doku and Gundogan as well. So there's a 4-on-3 or a 3-on-2 overload. That's why they're getting joy on this side of the pitch.
Well, here's Doku, who saw a lot of ball in that first half. Was passed on O'Reilly, was a poor one, and it's intercepted, and the break down the right hand side for Wolves is properly stopped, and Doku takes it away from Semedo. Has to just wait for blue shirts, and we'll just hold on and get the ball back. But early signs City starting on the front foot and pushing Wolves back.
Yeah, they certainly are. And just the recovery there from Kovacic, I thought him and Silva were magnificent in the engine room for City at the weekend, and they carry on that same vein of form.
Yeah, one worrying stat for Wolves that City have only lost 1 of 49 Premier League games in which they've led at half-time. There's the ball now. He's out on the left to Doku. Doku has it. Again looks to cut onto his right, then just stands and waits, lays it off to Nico O'Reilly. He gets it away. Lovely touch there from Kovacic. He gets it away now to Ruben Diaz. He's looking to work the ball out wide on the City right. Level with the edge of the penalty area. They'll fire the ball back inside to Bernardo Silva. Ball pulled back to Omar Mamouche. Back to goal. Lays it off. It's a patient City builder. Back towards the left corner of the box here. And Doku has it. Wolves just holding off. He tries to go down the outside. The cross is just eased away. Need to find the ball here, and in the end Nico O'Reilly slides in and puts the ball out for a throw-in, but a really good strong start. 3 minutes gone second half, and it's been predominantly played Stuart Pearce right in front of us down the Wolves end of the ground.
Yeah, it certainly has. City have been so good in possession and so dominant in that respect. As I mentioned in the first half, it's their best means of defence, denying Wolverhampton the ball, and they just can't get hold of the ball to sustain an attack.
Some of the City subs swarming up, including Phil Foden. Well, Menezes there thought he'd got a free kick, and the referee was having none of it. I think even Pep Guardiola thought it was a free kick as well, but the ball was City. Over halfway they go again. They lead by a goal to nil. And then De Bruyne's goal. Now they're looking to get in behind with De Bruyne, but I think even at his peak he wouldn't have got on the end of that pass. It was just over hit behind for a goal kick. Still 1-0.
As I say, correct ball I think from Nunez, but the weight of it just too much for any mere mortal. Even Adrian on his way to a buffet wouldn't have got on the end of that one.
Well, I'd have given him a chance. Too busy in his half-time refreshments. Ball played forward. Here's Mateus Cunha, tries to poke it through to Menezes. There's been a couple of times, haven't been able to find the last pass, but Menezes turns, he's in on goal here. Desperate last-ditch tackle comes in there. Wonderful challenge from Mateus Nunes to save Manchester City, who were broken up there.
Yeah, Nunes done really well covering across, because Ederson had decided to come and get involved in it, and he was going to be woefully late to the party.
Yeah, it was. I'm just going to say, they've had a couple of times, most notably the one where they were in on goal, where they didn't find the pass. You get the feeling they are going to find one before the evening's out, and City may well need a second goal here. A point would lift them above Newcastle, but it's 3 thereafter. And now the ball played forward, and Wolves turn over possession just over the halfway line, and here come Manchester City into the midfield. Gundogan just lays the ball off to Ruben Diaz. Guardiola just encouraging his team to come forward. Victor Pereira a little bit more animated. His side having to do a little bit more without the ball. Ever since they conceded, the possession stats have gone well and truly against Wolves now, as Doku is hassled and harried by João Gomez. Referee, in fairness, is happy to let play go on. He's certainly added to the pace of the game. He's tried to let it go where he can, Peter Banks, and added to the spectacle here. 1-0. Kovacic invites Ruben Diaz forward. He midway inside the half, wide on the right, plays it down the touchline. Omar Mamouche gets it. What can he do? Tries to burst to the byline. He's got past his man. Is he bundled over? Referee and assistant are right there, and Mamouche is rolling around. Referee's having none of it. Ball breaks to Kovacic, 30 yards out, drives forward. Nico O'Reilly feeds it to Doku. Doku, left-hand side of the penalty area, 12 yards out, rolls it back to Kevin De Bruyne. He gets it away now to Kovacic. City dominant, all over the top. Mamouche is still down on the ground. City is still playing on all around him, and then I think, having seen that their teammate is down, well, I think City were going to put that out, and Wolves look to counter, and the referee breaks. Now, Stuart Pearce, what's your opinion on this? Because City, for all the world, looked like they were going to roll it out. Wolves went and made the tackle on the break, and then the referee blows his whistle.
Yeah, the referee shouldn't get involved in that. If the team in possession and one of their players is down, don't want to kick the ball out, the referee shouldn't do them a favour. I think he's just got a sort of raking motion as the pair of the players gone down. He's got sort of raked his studs over his Achilles stroke ankle. Just painful. I'm sure he'll be okay.
Yeah, it's Totti Gomez, isn't it, trying to get out of the way, has just inadvertently trodden on his ankle. He does go and check that his opponent is okay. Still 1-0 if you just joined us. Kevin De Bruyne's goal 35 minutes into the contest means that City lead. Wolves had some glorious chances prior to that. You are listening to Game Night on TalkSport with Sky Sports. Don't forget you can stream the biggest Premier League games available with no contract on now, like Manchester City against Wolves, live tonight. Search Now Sports for more detail. Just seen a picture there of Erling Haaland and Jack Grealish sharing a joke on the bench. They're nice and relaxed. Do you think we'll see either or both of those tonight, Stuart?
Looking at them, absolutely not. No chance at all. Look, These boys, I've not even seen them warm up, have you, for 45 minutes?
They didn't.
I think they've been told that, look, we'll put you on the bench, you know what I mean, put a bit of kit on, it looks good, but you're not coming on tonight.
Yeah, well, Mamouche is up on his feet over on the far side. It is still 1-0. What a day we have got for you tomorrow. Starts off live and exclusive on TalkSport. Villa against Fulham. Villa chasing down a place in the Champions League. Ashwin Chowdhury, Sam Mather facing the former England striker Dean Ashton, our team. TalkSport 2, live and exclusive, 12:30. Huge game in the promotion race. Coventry take on Middlesbrough. Ian Danton, Chris Alonso, our team there, as Wolves haven't given the ball back. Well, they were in possession when the ball went, when the referee called a halt to it. Now they will play it long and downfield, and that's met by a mixture of boos and applause from the home fans here. And City have it back up the other end with Edison, who's back in the side after a few games absence. He just waits now as the Wolves subs are starting to go through a pretty intense warm-up. I just wonder if we're about to see some changes here. Edison picks up the ball, bowls it out on the near side to Gvardiol. I mentioned the two live commentaries, and Adrian will be around the grounds from 2:30. All the action from the Premier League and the EFL. League 1 and League 2 concludes tomorrow. Don't forget all the playoff action live on your home of the EFL, TalkSport and TalkSport 2. Wolves get the ball back just inside their own half, and they've done well. They find Semedo here. Goes over halfway, cuts in field, needs to find a pass, and does eventually find one. And here's Matt Doherty now. Rolls it forward for João Gomez. Another little give and go. Can he find a teammate? Looks towards Cunha. He can't control it. Kovacic has given the ball away. Only to Bellegarde. Feeds it out wide on the left, and Aït-Nouri tried to put in the first time cross, and it's blocked and out for a throw in the Wolves, who are just starting to find their stride. Second half, 10 gone, they trail 1-0.
Yeah, it's probably the first time they've had any meaningful possession inside City's half. That is the nature of it, and I think we've got a bit of movement on the bench. Akanji looks as though he's stripping off down there.
Yeah, Semedo just trying to keep the ball in. He was there in the front row of the stand when he headed that one in, but he got away with it. City have it back, and as Stuart said, Manuel Akanji is getting stripped and ready to come on. It looks like he's coming on for Nico O'Reilly. If that'll see Gvardiol come out to the left-hand side. Here is O'Reilly now, just ambles forward, he's lost it. And this is a key time now for Wolves. Can they find a pass over the top? Looking to get Cunha in. His chest control wasn't bad. Just has to check edge of the area. Tries to go for the shot. It's the post. Keeper beaten. Cross comes in, is blocked. Well, Edison saw that. Flashed by him as it hit the woodwork. And in the blink of an eye, Wolves almost level.
I mean, he's picked the ball up, he's inside the box, but he's so wide, you think, well, nothing's going to come of this. He's unloaded a shot through bodies and hit the post. Incredible strike.
Yeah, that's the second time tonight that Wolves have hit the post, and the second time the keeper's been well and truly beaten, and it's hit the post. City right in their luck here. Wolves haven't had too many chances second half, but that was something out of nothing. And the City fans getting behind their team. They know this is a massive night for them.
I didn't even know a shot was on, to be fair, from the angle we're at.
It was so quick, wasn't it? So accurate and powerful. Certainly caught Edison out. He was moving late. Jose Sarr trying to play out all the dangerous there. The pass ricocheted off a gold shirt, and Sarr this time knocks it long to Wolves halfway. Gvardiol hooks it back from where it came. Doherty wins the header, and it'll go out for a throw-in, and now Manuel Akanji will come on, and Nico O'Reilly will make the short walk down the touchline. An early night for the youngster, who gets a high five and a hug off his manager. Manuel Akanji comes into the act.
Yeah, how good's he been, this young man? He's absolutely super over these last couple of months.
Quickly play goes on as Akanji makes way. Edison has it at the back. He'll be a relieved man. But that shot cannoned off the woodwork. I mean, we've just seen it again. He's shot through three bodies, hasn't he?
literally got 3 players around him. Doesn't even look as though there's an angle to get a shot away, and he's found a shot.
Now the ball intercepted. Aït-Nouri goes scampering over halfway. Feeds it out over on the far side to Bellegarde. Bellegarde looks up. There are 3 gold shirts waiting in the middle. Aït-Nouri takes it away from him. Here, Bellegarde's looking to float it in towards Cunha. Deft little header. There's a slip there. There's big appeals from Wolves for a penalty, but I do think it was a slip from Marshall Manetzi, who stood just let him down, and now City looking to attack up the other end, leading by a goal to nil.
Yeah, good play, good flick on by Cunha, but I definitely think there was a slip. Well, it's definitely the Wolverhampton striker, if not the defender as well.
Yeah. Well, Manetzi has stumbled at 2 vital moments. One with a goal at his mercy, just couldn't get on the end of the pass from Bellegarde, and there just stumbled as Cunha's header almost found him in the 6-yard box. 1-0 City lead. Erling Haaland is up. Now finally he's decided to go for a warm-up. Rapturous applause all around for City's top scorer. Ball on halfway. City interchanging passes. Kovacic decides enough is enough, and he goes past one. Was it pulled back? I think he might have had a case. Ball played forward to Cunha on half turn, on halfway. Little back heel brings Aït-Nouri into it. He now looking to get the ball forward. Couple of step overs, trying to feed the ball out wide. I think just from the 50-odd minutes we've seen him play in the flesh, Stuart, Matheus Cunha, we've obviously seen him on the TV, but he is some talent, is he, up close and personal?
Well, I think if you want to scout for recruitment next year, Pep's got a front row seat here.
He has. Here though is Doku going the other way. Great tackle there. Really good tackle from Andre on the edge of his own box just as City were breaking, and it breaks up the danger. An hour gone. It is still 1-0 here, live from the Etihad on Game Day Live on TalkSport. Manchester City 1, Wolves 0. Stuart Pearce.
Yeah, if you're looking to replace a number 10 of De Bruyne's sort of prowess, he's a different type, Cunha, but certainly will be in this Manchester City team very, very effective. But I don't want to get him out of Wolverhampton too soon.
No. That's the economics of Premier League football, isn't it? There's generally always someone bigger than you or got more money than you that can come and take them off, as Wolves have turned over possession. Here's Doku now, 30 yards out from goal, finds De Bruyne. De Bruyne, is he going to shoot? No, he'll feed the ball wide. Now he's back to De Bruyne. Great last-ditch tackle. Totti Gomez prevents the Belgian getting in on goal again, and maybe doubling his and Manchester City's tally. As Wolves now with a couple of flicks, but they've turned it over. Maybe that was a flick too many. Aït-Nouri guilty of losing the ball, and now here forward goes Gvardiol, finds Doku. Just halts and lets the ball back to Kovacic. The Wolves subs looking on. Who will be the first one into the action? City are starting to find their passes now. They're looking for one to cut through this Wolverhampton defence and maybe just put the game out of reach. Rose in goal from Molineux. 1-0 on a big night. We'll find out how Villa get on tomorrow, live and exclusive on TalkSport, 12:30. They take on Fulham. Another huge game as the battle for the Champions League continues. But here, ever since they scored the goal, Stuart Pearce, Manchester City have just dominated throughout. But in that time, Wolves have still managed to hit the woodwork.
Yeah, and you and I know that they'll have another chance the longer the game goes on. I think the only thing that will punctuate that is probably a second goal from City, you know, and then a whole swathe of possession by then. The downside of Wolverhampton, they do overplay at times, don't they? They do a trick when sometimes there's no need to do a trick.
Yeah, well, they've just conceded a corner, Wolves, and that corner going to be taken over on the far side. And it's going to be an in-swinger. City leading by a goal to nil. Wolves are about to make changes of their own. In comes the delivery towards the 6-yard box. Sarr comes and leaps high and claims it nicely. Great goalkeeping there. And gets the danger stopped at the first possible opportunity. And there are a couple of Wolverhampton players just getting their tracksuits off and ready to come into the action. We're going to see Pablo Sarabia coming on into the action in just a moment, as is Rodrigo Gomez. Well, they've got nothing to lose, have they? They may as well go for broke here. They've had some great chances. Twice they've hit the woodwork. They've had one cleared off the line, and they have missed an open goal. But City, when their chance came, pulled the trigger. Here now, forward goal. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Aït-Nouri gets it wide on the left. Free wait for the cross. Ball now to the edge of the area. Aït-Nouri going to the byline. Tries to drive the cross, and it's deflected and behind for a corner. And Wolves in front of their travelling fans who are over behind that goal. They're up on their feet, hoping an equaliser is on the way.
Yeah, they've got a real composed manner about Wolverhampton. They're not hell for leather chasing the game. It's as though, well, we'll get there eventually, no panic.
Yeah. Here now, they have it, but they've been forced back towards halfway. Little turn there from Totti Gomez, working his way down the left. Aït-Nouri always an outlet. Can he find a cross? Draws one defender, he's gone past another, gone past the second into the box, and then the ball cleared back and out. De Bruyne puts it behind for a corner, and we're going to see Sarabia come on for Doherty and Gomez on for Bellegarde in a double change for Vitor Pereira as Wolves look to get the equaliser. But they've gone under the corner. Is the referee going to allow them to take the corner here?
I think the coaching staff for Wolverhampton said take the corner first.
And here is the chance. Again, they're trying to pen Ederson inside his own 6-yard box. Is there another twist coming in the race for the Champions League? There's a corner whipped in. It's headed upwards by Akanji inside his own area. They went for the overhead kick, Wolves. And now City comes scampering forward and looking to break out with Doku. Tried to get it round his man, but Semedo got enough of the ball and pops it out, and here come the two changes. So Doherty is the first player to leave the field as Pablo Sarabia comes on. And also into the action, Rodrigo Gomez. And it is Bellegarde who makes way. He made that great run in on goal. Opted not to shoot, went for the pass. He couldn't find his teammate. Well, it was the first of 4 great chances that Wolves have had. They're trailed by a goal to nil. 25 remaining here on TalkSport. A huge weekend of sporting action to come as the ball played inside to Kovacic. Just missed control momentarily. And here, the ball back with Akanji on halfway. City have it inside their own half. 1-0 doesn't feel enough. Doku is trying to be played inside. Doku, foot race here, trying to get in behind. He's driving in towards goal. Good challenge comes in, just on the edge of the box. The ball picked up again by Gvardiol. He finds De Bruyne now. De Bruyne whips in the cross, headed away by Totti Gomez. And it's picked up again. It just feels like Manchester City are starting to smother Wolves here. We're finding it harder and harder to get the ball as Doku again skips past his man, this time Rodrigo Gomez.
Well, Gomez's first 2 interactions, he's had to chase Doku back, and I'm sure Pereira must be thinking, have I made the wrong substitution?
Yeah, he didn't get time to feel his way into it, did he? He was on full sprint straight away. There come City again, ball over the top. Omar Mamouche, who thankfully has shaken off that knock he took earlier on. Ball back on halfway. City determined. Just the key. You mentioned it earlier on, Stuart. Their best form of defence is just keep hold of the ball. Wolves can't score while they haven't got it.
No, exactly that. As I say, when Wolves do have the ball, they look dangerous. They look as though they'll pick you off. But if you haven't got the ball, you certainly can't do that.
Well, back inside their own half. Guardiola looks on. He looks a little bit frustrated. I think disappointed they've had to go back to Ederson. Almost considers that a defeat. That his side couldn't break Wolves down, but they might do here. Guardiola plays it in. Takes a good ball. Doku in behind from a tight angle. Cuts back onto his right foot. Squares it for De Bruyne. Back to goal, edge of the area. He will get the ball away here to Bernardo Silva. Beats it wide. Big chances for City. Shot comes in and it's over the top. It was a chance. And it was a chance of Omar Mamouche couldn't get on target. It's still Manchester City 1, Wolves 0.
Yeah, good play. Once again, a lot of their best work at the moment's coming down this left-hand side. Doku sprinting in behind, pulled a really good ball back. The attack sort of slowed slightly, and then Mamouche just come inside and just leant back. Should be doing better than that.
Yeah, the way he started life at City, you'd have fancied him to hit the target from there. It was high and wide, and it remains 1-0. A quarter of the game remaining. Supporters of Newcastle, Chelsea, Forest and Villa will all be hoping that Wolves can get a goal here. But they'll just crank up the pressure on Manchester City. Edison has it at the back. We'll just float the ball over the top of Manexi. City come forward again. Here's Kovacic, been heavily involved tonight. Doku feeds it inside, looking for the give and go. Ball works its way back out on this near side. Guardiola back to Doku, as well under pressure, finds Kovacic, who finds De Bruyne, who now will feed it wide. Mamouche just coming off the touchline, but he should have the speed to keep it in. He does. Mamouche now heads off in towards the penalty area. Pulled it back, wasn't the kindest pass for Matheus Nunes. City dominant here in terms of stats and territory and possession. And now they'll work it towards this near side. Guardiola looking to work the opening. They've been so patient here, Manchester City. Akanji plays it wide to the right. The second goal surely says Manchester City third in the Premier League table tonight. Ball now into the path here. Silva pulls it back to Kovacic, whose shot was low. He's almost begging for someone 6 yards out just to help it towards goal, but it goes wide of the target.
I'll tell you what, you can't underestimate how well City have played tonight, because Wolverhampton have been very good, but City have managed to sort of stop the momentum of Wolverhampton. And this is as good as I've seen City play for many a month, in my opinion. And a lot of that is coming from the old heads in there. Kovacic, Silva, Gundogan. Gundogan looks a lot more leaner than I've seen him for a while, definitely.
All picked up by João Gomes. Wolves have been feeding on scraps. They have hit the woodwork in the second half. They're looking for that ball over the top. I think Sarabia might have gone too early there. And I think he realised and opted not to challenge for the ball. And the ball is headed forward, and now Doku is upended. It's currently Manchester City 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. For the latest odds, head to Ladbrokes, where right now you'll get Manchester City to win at 1-8. Wolves 28-1. The draw's 6-1. That's all thanks to Ladbrokes. 18+. BigGambleAware.org.
I'm looking at Pep down there with the attire he's got on and the bumpers he's got on, and if you put a guitar around his neck, he could be West Coast punk band quite comfortably.
He's pacing up and down. It's been a tough year chasing Champions League for the 15th successive season, and a win here makes them red hot favourites, you would feel, to achieve that goal. Still got the FA Cup final against Crystal Palace to come in a couple of weeks' time. Ball over the top looking for Doku, who's up against Semedo, did really well, but Semedo's pass only falls into the feet of Mamouche, and he unselfishly tried to find Doku. They're trying to play out here, Wolves. They gamble and they come up, they back their skill, and it paid off. They're making their way forward here. Matheus Cunha's just stood on the halfway line imploring them to hit the ball over the top. But they haven't done it yet. They might try it now. Nori cuts in and he's blocked, and there's a strong coming together there, and the referee's blown the whistle. And this might be an unfortunate one for the Manchester City player. I'm not sure who it is. I think it's Silva who's gone down.
It looked like a clash of knees, didn't it?
Yeah. I think Rory was stretching. He just caught him.
Yeah, he's rolled his studs over the ball and then basically put his studs and all his weight down the shin of Silva, who's rolled his ankle.
Well, have a look at this VAR. he's just miscontrolled it, hasn't he? He's almost not made any effort to tackle him, but part of his miscontrol is, as you said, his studs have gone right down the shin there of Silva.
Yeah. I've got to say, I saw a couple of, in my opinion, some ridiculously awful decisions in the Bournemouth game at the weekend, and I hope this isn't deemed a red card. If they stop the action, it looks worse, and it was just clumsy. He's trying to deal with the ball, and the players sort of got in the way.
Well, Peter Banks is the man in the middle. I think he's happy enough. We're going to get on with it, and I think the referee and the VAR have had a look at that and gone, right, let's get on with it.
Yeah, I think that's the correct decision.
1-0 Manchester City lead. 17 remaining of the 90. Not barely been a stoppage in play all evening. It was such a high tempo game, and really there should have been more goals. But Wolves' wastefulness in front of goal may haunt them tonight as they look for that record 7th Premier League win. They've never achieved that in the Premier League era. They've not achieved it for nearly 80 years. Well, they take a draw, I think, right now rather than a win, but they need a goal. And to get a goal, they need the ball. And at the moment, they cannot get hold of it. Here's Edison. Lays it out over on the far side, and Wolves trying to press high up the field, but City play around them and through them, and now they're looking to break. Over on that far touchline now, Mamouche cuts back in field. Good skill gets him away from one. A crunching tackle goes in, he wins it straight back. Pep Guardiola's looking for the big switch. Goes now to Guardiola, he moves it to Doku. Doku now running at his man, backing off edge of the penalty area. Is that a foul on the edge of the box? Referee's going to let play go. Here now, Kovacic gets it away. Cross comes in towards the far post, nowhere near it. Keeper comes and collects. He was wanting to send Matheus Cunha on his bike, but he was a little bit slow there. The Wolves forward.
I'll tell you what the rest of the Wolves players haven't done. When the goalkeepers gathered the ball there's only Cunha that's looked to break out, isn't there? The rest of the team, and they need other numbers as well to do that.
Well, Sarabia's just lost the ball, and Doku's into the edge of the area, tries to find De Bruyne, and it's cleared away from him by Agbadou. He's been pretty good in the heart of that defence, up to press. Here now is a chance for Sarabia going the other way. He'll get it out wide to the other substitute, Rodrigo Gomez. Gomez cuts in field, finds Sarabia. There are plenty of gold shirts coming forward, maybe not as quickly as Vitor Pereira would like. Still the subs warm up. I think Wolves are going to make more changes in a moment. Ball now wide on the Wolves right. They trail by a goal to nil, and a goal for Wolves would have massive implications in that battle for the Champions League spots. Villa, Fulham to come tomorrow live and exclusive on TalkSport, all part of Game Day Live. Ashwin Chowdhury kicks things off tomorrow morning. Final day in the EFL, and what a day it'll be. We'll have it all live across the TalkSport network. Here now is Sarabia, down the right, just tries to feed it into the area, look for the give and go, and again, it was a flick maybe when a simple pass would have done, and now Wolves concede possession and concede a free kick. Just got to be a little bit more careful there.
Yeah, they've sort of, because they've been starved of the ball, Wolverhampton, when they have received it and tried to build up, they've just been a little bit clumsy and careless with it.
1-0 as it stands. Coventry Middlesbrough tomorrow, 12:30, and down to Criswellamo. All part of that EFL coverage tomorrow. Adrian will take you around the grounds from 2:30 in the Premier League and have all the ups and downs tomorrow as they happen live on TalkSport. If you're going out and about, you need the TalkSport app, free and available in all the usual places. And don't forget, next week we've got all the Champions League, the Europa League action to come as well. Live Super League, live Premier League darts. We've got everything covered on the TalkSport network. Whatever sport you like getting involved with. City just passing around inside their own area. Edison has it. Edison risked it there. There were 3 gold shirts closing in, and Kovacic held his nerve and did well to get the ball away. You actually wonder here, Stuart, if Edison having the ball might be Wolves' best chance back into this game.
Yeah, potentially. The one thing it does do, it gets the whole of the Wolves team up right on the halfway line and condensing play. And you know full well they've got the cutting edge if they can sustain a turnover.
Ball on halfway, Wolves have it. Whilst it's only 1-0, the nerves around this place will grow. They will grow. A game that it feels like they're dominating, but at 1-0, who knows? Ball given away by Wolves again, but they've tied it up at the back. They're starting to take chances now.
I mean, that was just... But there's no momentum in trying to play through the thirds. They've got to up their momentum slightly, Wolves.
Ball played forward looking for Manetzi. Cleared away from him. Sarabia does well. Will the ball break for Manetzi? No. Looks a little bit leggy there, the big forward player. Here now goes Doku going the other way. Semedo backs on. They've made a run through there. They wanted the ball played to Gundogan. He didn't get it. And City go back to keep possession. Guardiola claps his hands. They would love a second goal, but are they going to get one? 12 remaining here. Busy day. Busy weekend of Premier League action. Wolves have won it on halfway. Manetzi, if he'd have looked up, Sarabia was unmarked.
Look at this. They broke into the opposition's half. There's 3 players have broke forward and 7 have stayed in their own half for Wolverhampton. They've got to change that access a little bit more.
Yeah, there was no one busting to get up alongside, but I said again, had they looked up there, Sarabia had made a run in towards the penalty area and there was nobody between him and the goal, but the ball didn't find him. Right, here come more changes for Wolverhampton Wanderers. It is going to be Nicolo Guedes coming on for Andre. So the third Wolves change about to be made. Well, they've got nothing to lose, have they? They may as well go for broke here. They're perfectly safe. Yes, their winning run may come to an end. Well, they've come here and they've shaken Manchester City. They hit the woodwork twice, missed an open goal and had one cleared off the line. They should have been in front before De Bruyne struck for City, and now free kick, a needless one as well, and that will bring the change. As on now comes Guedes and he replaces Andre.
Yeah, they need a stroke of encouragement. They seem to be happy just playing the game as it is, rather than being hell-bent chasing an equaliser, Wolves. And as I say, sure, the fact of the matter is when they did break into City's half, on a rare occasion, there was no sort of 5s and 6s bursting a gut to try and get with the player in possession of the ball.
Well, Phil Foden's just been summoned to the dugout to get ready. England international going to be sent on to wrap the game up for Manchester City. Lewis also about to come on, so a double change coming for City, who lead by a goal to 0. I just wonder a little bit if Wolves run out of steam here tonight. That high tempo first half. Ball from Mamouche down the right, over the edge of the area. Not too many blue shirts around him. He'll have to go back. Here now is Silva. City once again just happy to pop the passes off, almost like a training ground exercise. Keep the ball from those in the gold shirts, and they're doing it well. 10 remaining here. 1-0 City lead. Rico Lewis about to come on alongside Phil Foden. City just try and tempt Wolves out of shape. They'll retain possession. Good work from Mateus Nunes, but then he just overruns it and Wolves will get it back. And now they're going to look with Sarabia, and the ball there was played for Mateus Cunha, and it hit one of his teammates and never reached him. And that was a chance potentially on the break there. He's not seen enough of the ball, has he, Mateus Cunha, in this second half, really to hurt them. He had that one half chance earlier on when he rattled the woodwork from the edge of the box.
So the tempo of the game, just slightly, it's a possession-based game rather than an energy-based with teams. City will be quite happy with that. Give us the ball and we'll keep it and see the game out. Wolves have got to change the direction of this game.
Yeah, they have. As Wolves look to break there, and they do win it on halfway. Here now goes Sarabia. There are a few gold shirts in front of him. There's a bit of a missed kick by Akanji, who actually did really well to regather his feet and get the ball away. Strong challenge there from Sarabia, and it's out for a Manchester City throw-in, as City are about to make a treble substitution here. Right, first one, and it is Rico Lewis who will replace Omar Mamouche. He comes into the action. Kevin De Bruyne makes way for Phil Foden. It's De Bruyne's goal. Might yet be his last here. Might be his last yet in a City shirt. And also coming on, James McAtee. And when he has been given the opportunity, has been outstanding. He will replace Ilkay Gundogan, who leaves the field. Just a word on the input of Kevin De Bruyne. Wonderful finish for the goal. Looks like it's his swan song here. The fans giving a rapturous reception.
Yeah, he'll be starting every game between now and the end of the season. I'm convinced of that. And it's his goal that separated the two teams tonight.
Will it be his last in a City shirt? Will it be his last in the Premier League? Well, back with a can-do. Just had a bit of a heart-stopping moment when he missed his kick, but recovered well to get the ball away from danger. 6.5 remaining. Live on TalkSport. Manchester City 1, Wolves 0. Edison has it on the edge of his own area. Are Wolves going to roll the dice and go for... Oh, beautiful skill. Beautiful skill there from City who work their way forward. Silva it was who finds Doku, who is under pressure inside his own half of the field, but somehow he got the ball away and launched another City attack. Sar's not had a great deal to do, but his defence in front of him have been busy pretty much for the entire second half here. The men from Molineux working overtime. Good defensive effort from Rodrigo Gomez, and we're going to see the final two changes. Hwang is about to come on, as is Bueno for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Last roll of the dice for them tonight. 8 defeats in their last 9 here is about to become 9 in 10. The first half in which they had much the better chances but found themselves behind at the break. Are they going to win it high up the field? No, referee blows the whistle. And now the change is about to come in. And it is Santiago Bueno who's going to be the first one to come on. And he is coming on. Or Hwang Hee-chan is coming on as well. Semedo makes way, as does Cunha. Well, he's their main threat and he's gone off. I can't imagine Pep Guardiola will be too disappointed with that.
No, they'll be pleased to see him go, that is for sure. And Wolves have been interesting their style in this second half, as though we'll play the game out irrelevant to the result almost, you know.
Yeah, we wondered if the lack of danger in this game for them would be a help or a hindrance. It was a help in the first half and maybe it's hindered them a little bit in the second.
Yeah, it certainly seemed that way.
Well, I guess when you're not getting the ball and you're having to chase around for 45 minutes, it gets pretty hard going. As here now goes Rico Lewis. Great footwork, gets him away from a couple of defenders. Strength holds off another one. Drives into the penalty area. Pulls it back here. Ball eventually cleared away. Strong challenge goes in from McAtee. Shoulder to shoulder, says the referee. There's a player down. Wolves are passing it around inside their own penalty area. Not entirely sure that's what Bueno wanted as his first touch inside his own penalty area, but they're now racing forward down the other end, shoulder to shoulder, and Gvardiol throws himself on the ball, knowing that the free kick was coming, and it's a free kick for Manchester City, with just 4 minutes remaining. They lead by a goal to nil.
Yeah, good play there by Gvardiol, just too strong for Gomez to saw him out.
Well, listen to the game now on TalkSport with Enterprise Rent a Car. Enterprise has all the vehicles your business needs with the flexibility to rent for minutes or months. With just minutes left here, and Manchester City on the verge of a return to the top 3. Closing in as well on Arsenal. There's a ball given away on this near side. Is there going to be a late twist? City go third. They'll go third even if they get a point here, but should they only get a point, it would feel like a loss for those in blue, for sure. Foden was clattered there. That was a tired challenge from Marshall Monetsi. He's worked hard, he's run around, but he just looks like he's running on fumes at the minute.
Yeah, as I say, you can't see it. as it looks, any more goals in the game at present. And at half-time, I wouldn't have thought that would have been the case.
No, but yeah, the closest we've come to a goal was Cunny's shot that fired off the woodwork. He hit the woodwork twice, missed an open goal. Sometimes even the best teams need a little bit of luck, and City maybe did have a little bit of luck early on. What did the ball play? Rodrigo Gomez made a good run there down the right touchline, but nobody was even looking for it.
I've not seen Wolves look to play this ball in behind as readily as they did in the first half. They caused problems in the first half, but not so much this half.
Well, there they do it. What a 70-yard pass straight into the path. Here's Sarabia's touch was poor. And they're feeding on scraps at the minute, Wolves, and when the scraps they are getting, they're struggling with. Good tackle goes in from Bueno. Gets it back to Sarr, again playing as a sweeper keeper. Gets it away, time ticking by into the final 2 minutes. Any goal now will be decisive, whichever way it goes. City being encouraged. Not quite a full house here at the Etihad. All switch towards the far side, and once again Aït-Nouri needs a step ladder to get on the end of it.
If you're Aït-Nouri, you have a word with your teammates and say, for goodness sake, they must have hit that ball 4 times and overhit it every time.
And he's there, stood on his own, waiting for the pass. Ball back to Sarr. Hammers it towards halfway. Flicked on. Here now come the goal. Looking to get forward. Hwang gets it over on the far side. Here's Aït-Nouri. Good run through the middle again. Well, this time they are starting to commit a few bodies forward here. Well, they need to find one quickly. Now the ball over the top, just overhit. And it was a good idea, but Rodrigo Gomez, the ball just overhit.
Tell you what, that ball was on and it was an easy ball to play, and he's just pulled it and hit it too hard and it's gone out of play. He really should have done a lot better there.
What's your gut feeling, Stuart, regarding the top 5? Who's going to miss out?
Well, I'm going to take a punt and say Liverpool will make it. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City. Are you sure? Newcastle on good form. Chelsea will miss out. And I think Forest will be in. I think it will be Villa and Chelsea missing out.
Okay. Ball play forward. We're going to have 5 added on minutes here. Goal kick. Much to the angst of those in blue, including Pep Guardiola. 5 added on minutes then here at the Etihad. City leading by a goal to 0. Wolves spirited first half, not quite as cutting edge second half, but they still carry a threat. And at 1-0, who knows what may happen here. Aït-Nouri has it. Wide on the left. Having played themselves out of trouble then, they opt to go backwards again and start again. Just needs a bit more zip on the ball here from the Wolves' point of view. Foden goes chasing. Ball played forward to Sarabia. Turns, pokes it down the line. Held up by Guedes. Gets the ball away. Nice pass there towards halfway. That was better. That'll be a free kick. Rico Lewis bundles into the back of Sarabia. Wolves want to take it quickly. Aït-Nouri's screaming for it over on the far side, but the referee said they're not taking it from the right spot. And that eats up another few seconds. One of the minimum 5 added on has gone. Will there be a chance for Wolves to level up this match? Sarabia will play it forward. Looks to work it towards the far corner of the penalty area. Ball headed into the area. Bueno was on the end of it, but cleared away before he could get a hold of it. Ball bouncing around edge of the penalty area. Brought down by Wolves. Have to retreat to halfway. Nice turn from Sarabia. Pokes it through 2 Manchester City defenders. Ball down the channel here. Guedes pulls it back across goal, across the 6-yard box. Nobody there. Hwang went to the near post, couldn't get a touch on it, and it's cleared away and out for a City throw-in.
Yeah, they come alive there, Wolverhampton. Good attack down this right-hand side. And fortunately for City, I think it was Silva who dropped himself back.
Nico Gonzalez is going to get a chance for the last few minutes. He's stripped and ready to go. City have a throw-in. 92 on the clock. Minimum of 5 to be played. Another throw-in for City, who are just eating away. Ever since they scored the goal, they've dominated this game in terms of possession And it is going to be Kovacic who will come off as Nico Gonzalez makes his way onto the field. Kovacic gets the pat on the back. What have you made of his performance tonight, Stuart?
Well, the fans in front of us and around the stadium who spontaneously got on their feet and give him a round of applause tells you my thoughts straight away. I think he's been outstanding, I really do. Plus with Silva as well, they're just their little bit of know-how, when to up the tempo of the game, when to slow it down, and winning crucial challenges as well to break attacks up.
Sarr has to go long. Just a couple of the 5 remaining minutes remain. Might be a little bit longer with that substitution as well. Wolves had chances at 0-0, big ones as well, but they couldn't make them pay. And Kevin De Bruyne's goal has got City third and in pole position for a Champions League spot. That's a foul given away, a needless foul given away by Totti Gomez, and City have got a free kick now. They're just eating through this injury time.
Yeah, there's a demonstration there of what not to do when you're chasing the game late on. Give Manchester City a free kick in your defending third.
And they're going to be in no rush whatsoever. Wolves helpless here as time ticks down. City have got Doku on the left hand side of the field, Phil Foden on the right, and everyone else is behind the ball. They'll just roll it down the touchline. What they have, they hold. When the ball fired into the crowd by City. There's 1 minute left for Wolves to reignite the hopes of Newcastle, Chelsea, Forest and Villa fans tonight. We'll find out how Villa get on tomorrow against Fulham live and exclusive TalkSport from 12:30 tomorrow lunchtime. The pressure building, but City had a job to do tonight, and it looks like they've got it done, unless there is one huge twist laid on. Well, listen, you like your rugby league, it's like Man City kicking for touchdowns, Stuart. They're just running the clock down.
Listen, we've got Sneed out, so I think what we need is Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, he's got a good kicking game.
He certainly has.
How's his tackling? Here come Wolves. Maybe it isn't over yet. Maybe it's not over. Maybe there's drama. Hang into the area, they're going to get a corner. And we're in now to added on time of added on time. It's now another Sarr's coming forward. This is it for Wolves to keep their unbeaten run going. They're going to get one crack at it here. The Wolves fans look on. Is there an almighty twist to come here? Ball going to be swung in towards the 6-yard box. Now maybe got a header on it. Referee blows the whistle. Relief around the Etihad. Wolves are furious. They thought the ball was still alive and that they should have played on. But Wolves will be more furious with chances missed, especially in that first half. But Manchester City, through Kevin De Bruyne, struck the only goal 10 minutes before the break that strengthens their hands on a Champions League spot for the 15th successive season. But Wolves, boy, did they have chances. In the first half, Bellegarde played in from halfway, closed down on goal, everyone expected him to shoot. He rolled it unselfishly towards Marshall Manetzi, the ball agonisingly in front of him, and an open goal and away to safety. Then Ryan Nori hit the base of the post, ball bounced straight back to him, his follow-up shot cleared off the line by Guardiol and away from danger. Up the other end, Doku into the area, pulled it back and found Kevin De Bruyne, who found the back of the net. And then second half, really the best chance, the only chance for Wolves, and it came after Mateus Cunha rifled a shot that looked to have the keeper beaten, but once again came back off the woodwork. Wolves' unbeaten run is over, but they more than played their part tonight. But sadly for the likes of Newcastle, Chelsea, Forest and Villa, it wasn't quite enough to get them a point. Manchester City win again, 7 unbeaten in the Premier League, and closing in on the top 5. They move up to third, they collect all 3 points. It ends Manchester City 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0.